Okay, so let us continue on. It may look like we are going to go to Soda Jungle, but as I said the last time, no, that is not the case. We are, going to Frosted Glacier, and the quickest way to do that is to go back to Sparkling Waters and just run up. Which is exactly what we're going to do. So this is the alternate pathway that you could have taken earlier in the game. If you just wanted to skip through as many worlds as possible, then I would say that you're better off going to Sparkling Waters, because it's a lot easier than this place. I as much as I love snow levels, I have a very strong hatred for this particular snow world. Just because it's just bloody awkward. Anyway, this trap, oh dear, I'm going crazy already. This level is Spinning Star Sky. Enemies that you will come across are Goombas, Koopa Troopers, Koopa Paratroopers, Piranha Plants, and Munchers. Munchers being the black plant things that try to murder you. It's a fun little level, made much easier with the flying squirrel suit. Much easier. There's a good chance that you will want to get the flying squirrel suit if you want to get the star coins in this level, because it's so useful. So yeah, you can see the munchers beneath the stars in that little segment there. So yes, Frosted Glacier. Its name is clearly derived from frosting, but it does also, it's excellent pun, because it obviously also means covered and coated in frost, a la ice level. So that's a very clever name. Some of the alternate language names are a wee bit weird. Spanish for Nintendo of America is Glaciar Glaciado, which is glazed glacier. Nintendo of Europe Spanish is Cumbre Granizadas, which is snow cone summits. The French is Mont Sorbet, so Sherbet Mountain, although I'm pretty sure it's Sorbet Mountain, but oh well. Dutch is Glacier Glacier, which is glazed glacier. The German is Eiswürfelfall, so it's ice cube ice falls. Italian is Ghiacciao Candito, Canti Glacier, and Portuguese is Planalto Sorvete, which is Sorbet Plateau. So some of them make sense and link quite nicely to Frosted Glacier, others not so much. I'm not quite sure where the Sorbet Plateau comes from. That doesn't quite work in my head. So, as I said before, it's a very good idea to go through this level with the flying squirrel suit, because you're much more likely to get stuff. Yeah, don't quite know what happened there, but oh well, these things happen. Now, there's not really a whole lot I can say about Frosted Glaciers, other than the fact that it introduces us to the Bubble Baby Yoshi, which we'll see after, maybe after this, which is kind of useful for tackling those darn well, a certain enemy type that we will be running into soonish. But other than that, they're not particularly useful. I'm just trying to see if there's any other useful little information. I guess sort of. Not really. We've kind of a lot of the more interesting pieces of trivia appear later on in the game. How wonderful. Although we do have a little there's a couple of things that turn up later in this particular world, which are useful. I like this level. It's certainly irritating in the fact that you really need to have Flying Squirrel Mario, and I always almost freak out when I have to do a star run over stuff that's going to kill me, largely because it generally means that I'm going to die, which is never very pleasant, but that's life, I guess. I will say, though, that Frosted Glacier is probably one of the most beautiful looking worlds in the game. I think it's just because you've got all the kind of snow effects, and just the backgrounds are quite beautiful. And yes, here we have Cooligans, which can be irritating. They're pretty much the only enemy that you'll meet in this world. Well, not in this world, in this level. So they're alright. They're not they're irritating to avoid, let's put it that way. If you have Fire Mario, that probably will help quite a lot, because Ice Mario does not a lot to them. They're too used to the ice. And also ice physics. Don't you just love it? And here we... Oh, yes, I was struggling, so I decided to use the Bubble Baby Yoshi, which, for the purposes of this level, works wonders. Because the bubbles catch the enemies, and one, stop them from hurting you, which is the main thing, but also it just makes things... I do believe you can get items from them, which is just so useful. And also, I hate having to do high up jumps like that. Why couldn't I have the blooming Squirrel Mario suit for this point? Also, I think I got a wee bit obsessed with using the bubbles. Maybe that's just sort of memories from childhood. Also, I have to say, that couldn't have appeared at a better time, really. Because otherwise I was going to have a rather horrible time getting that star coin, and the game was just being so lovely to me. Unfortunately, sort of, that didn't last, and it decided it was not going to be the most wonderful thing in the world to me anymore. Now, as with the last time, if you run into a enemy on the main map, then you end up in one of these things. The only enemies you'll be facing in this world are Cooligan enemy fights. So they can be irritating, but you're generally okay if you can hit them, and hit them hard. Okay, so let's take on the castle with Boom Boom in it, the Freezing Rain Tower. So, yes, this is the fourth Boom Boom boss tower. And the only enemies you will face are the Dry Bones and the evil icicles that are trying to murder us. Now, the cutscene of Peach's Castle being shrouded in Kamek's tornado will play after this tower if you haven't done Giant Skewer Tower previously. So these two towers share that cutscene, and whichever one you go through first will have the cutscene over the other one, which is fair enough. You can't kind of cover the tower cover the castle in a tornado more than once. That'd just be a bit dull, wouldn't it? Now, I have to say, sort of, this castle's interesting, especially in its colour palette. I don't think I've quite seen a castle this colour before. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, really. But, I can tell you now, that star coin's an evil pain. Evil, evil pain. Because you've got to be so precise with when you, run. Otherwise, you are screwed. Now, I can't remember if I end up having to, play through the level again. It happens a lot. Normally because, I fail at life. Also because this is a reasonably challenging, segment. Because sort of, it's one of these auto-scrolling push-up levels where, you are very likely to get crushed. And particularly to get some of the, star coins, you've got to be really on the ball. Unlike me, who, is most certainly not on any type of ball. Just because sort of I keep missing every single chance at getting the damn star coins. And also this section is just really evil. Just so many enemies. Just why? Why are there so many? Why do you need to try and torture me like this, Nintendo? What have I done to you? Oh well, hopefully it's going to be reasonably easy to take down Boom Boom after he's been, powered up by Kamek. Now, the main thing that he, does in this one is he, jumps and can do his, spinny attack, if I recall correctly. So, he is a little bit more diverse than, in some of the other worlds, but not by much. It's a very easy boss, in general. You've just got to know what he's doing, just to make sure, just give it that slight avoidance. And then you're okay, really. There's not much else to say about him. He's going to be here for a little while longer. There does come a point where they just kind of are just like, I can't be bothered to keep him Boom Boom anymore. He's kind of getting dull. So they just kind of shunt him out, and he just gets ignored, which is very mean, because I'm sure he's just like, I want to be loved. But then it's just like, well, you were loved very, very much in Super Mario 3D Land, where you appeared in literally every single world ever. And in most cases, he was more of a primary antagonist than Bowser was, really. Because him and Pom Pom literally appeared everywhere, sometimes together, because they like that. They wanted to work together to take down Mario. Clearly they failed, but certainly not because their teamwork made them work together to try and be successful at what they're doing, and for the most part it worked, but for the rest of it, not so much. So, yes, as you can probably tell, I was not making it through that with a reasonable chance at the moo. Particularly because because this requires relatively precise timing. It was timing that I just simply did not have. And frequently saw me dying, which is always fun, I guess. I mean, basically what you've got to try and do is you've got to try and get up to where the star coin is before the platform catches up with you, which is easier said than done, but certainly possible. And then the star coin that's hidden literally just up here, your timing on it has got to be so perfect. Otherwise you will get crushed and it will hurt. Because Mario will die. And die. And die again, no matter how many times you try and get through it. So, yeah, take that all you stupid dry bones. Why do you have to get in my way? Oh well, let's go tackle Boom Boom again. He's certainly not going to have gotten any harder since the last time, so... not much to worry about, thankfully. Thankfully, we are able to get hit a few more times, so we are less screwed if he tries to murder us. Hopefully I can do another no-hit run, but no. Second I say that, and I get hit 3 times. Not 3 times, I would be dead. I get hit twice. How wonderful. So really the only thing I got from that was the star coins. Brilliant. Oh well. So, now normally obviously I would stop after the tower, but because I just felt like it, let's tackle prickly Goombas. So yeah, this stage has Venus Fire Traps, Piranha Plants, Prickly Goombas, the namesake of the level, Standard Goombas, and Fire Bros. There's lots of things that are trying to kill you. And there's also actually a hidden Yoshi here, which is which is necessary for one of the star coins. So, yes, this is such a wonderful level. It took me quite a large number of tries. Why do they have to be prickly? I mean, this is a clever little star coin in that you can trick the wonderful Venus Fire Trap into clearing the path for you. Unfortunately, you can't use it for grabbing the star coin itself, which is requires a little bit of masterful jumping. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for my progress through the rest of the level. So, yay, Yoshi! Now I have to say, he's not very hidden. He definitely could be more hidden than he is. But I can't say he's too difficult to spot. Now, yes, this is the star coin that you pretty much need Yoshi for. Just because he can't kind of be hit by the Goombas, which is very helpful. Now, if only we could use the fire and the Yoshi in conjunction, that would be just so useful. Unfortunately, we can't do that, which sucks. Now, if I recall correctly, there is a really annoying, where is this? Oh no, I've already got all the star coins. I'm going crazy. Oh dear. I'm going like super duper insane crazy. That's not good. Oh well.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
I think the problem comes from the fact that sort of a lot of the levels, although sort of they do have their own little tropes, they do all have a very samey feel to them. Which I can't say is the most ingenious thing Nintendo have ever done, but it's certainly not as bad as the repetition that you see in Super Mario 3D Land. And although I love Super Mario 3D Land, don't get me wrong on that, I do like that game very much, but there is definitely a major problem with repetition in it. And it's kind of something that's plaguing the Mario franchise at the minute. So, it's just awkward. Because, like, Mario sort of is partially known incredibly well for innovation. I mean, Super Mario Galaxy is just like such a fantastic game because, for the most part, not saying it's completely perfect in that respect, but for the most part, each level is brand new. There's no kind of repeated tropes. Bar, you've got Battle Rock and Dreadnought, they're highly similar, and I believe it's Beehive and Golden Leaf, and those are the other ones that are very similar, and that's it, really. So yeah. So that's just the way it works out, really. Now I forgot to mention at the start of this level, because I just kind of went on a massive streak of trivia. That's what happens when you get annoyed at a level and desperately want it to be over with. You basically, it's just like, right, Super Acorn, Star, I hate everything, I'm just going to murder it. Works tremendously well most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. So yeah, in scaling the mountainside, you're pretty much just faced with Waddle Wings, Bullet Bills, Koopa Troopa, and Bonsai Builds. So there's a reasonable amount to face off against. And once again, it's one of the kind of split paths that you can take. So you can either do scaling the mountainside or icicle caverns to get to the continue the path. But I'm not exactly going to. I'm going to be doing all of the levels, obviously. So just the way it rolls. And here's Nabbit again, back in Prickly Goom. Well, not back in Prickly Goombas. It's the first time he's been here, but in Prickly Goombas. They generally like to put Nabbit in the levels with moving objects. I've noticed a running theme in that respect. But either way, he's caught. Yes. I mean, very quick time as well. And I did that without a star! Yay! So yeah, you get the option to put something on Miiverse if you catch Nabbit in 20 seconds or less. So yes, let us move back onto oh dear, we're facing off against the damn Cooligans again. Oh, this is a nice little level for me. I can literally just sort of fireball them constantly and then they'd have no chance at all. Take that. Well, I think that now that I've gotten through my murderous rampage, it's probably about time we actually continued beating up Frosted Glacier, eh?